AI is quickly changing the way that music producers and recording artists interact with each other. In this clip, music producer and hip-hop recording artist Curtis King shares his thoughts on AI and how we can still work with each other despite the upcoming changes. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video because you're sure to walk away with some very, very powerful lessons. Without further ado, let's get into it.
So I got this comment the other day talking about AI music. And before we get started, I'd like to say, don't send me no motherfucking AI music. What we gonna do about them AI beats that are inevitably flooding platforms like BeatStars? Ain't nobody wanna buy that dish, and it's gonna be a pain when you trying to find a good beat having to listen to plenty of AI crap first. My response to him is the same response that I would have to any creative in this time period, which is we need each other more so now than ever. This is the time creative human beings should be connecting with other creative human beings. Sitting around in fear of what AI is going to do is wasteful energy. Producers that want to win, and this is for artists and musicians as well, must step from behind their faceless logos and actually work and communicate with artists and human beings again. I don't know if you've heard some of this AI mush music, which, by the way, don't send me no motherfucking AI music. That shit trash. Those who are serious about their craft have absolutely nothing to worry about. But I understand that there's some of you out there who specialize in very mediocre versions, very low quality, prompt-like music making experiences. I know why you're concerned.
I say a lot of the same things in some of my videos as well. You know, the days of just being able to post your beats online and not really have any type of identity or showing yourself, or even just having little cook-up videos with you and your friends in the recording studio, man, those days are really over. People are going to want to see you. They're going to want to interact with you. They're going to want to communicate with you. And if you don't do any of that, it's going to be hard for people to truly connect with you because we're going to have such high quality beats and instrumentals that as time goes on, soon on these other platforms are going to be able to create. So then when it comes to the recording artists, they're going to have to take their pick. Do I get the instrumental that I could just generate in some type of AI platform and not have to deal with the producer? Or do I want to invest my money into someone I know, like, and trust, someone who I like their live streams, I like their shorts, I like their video on demands, and I find out they make beats and I want to go ahead and support them by licensing their music. So producers, make sure that you are stepping outside of your comfort zone and actually showing yourself on camera, because it's going to become more and more valuable as time starts to go on. Now, as far as his comment on mediocre music, man, these days, Suno and these platforms, they're training on copyrighted material. They're putting things together in a way, and they're actually starting to sound good. You know, in the beginning, it did kind of sound like a novelty thing. It kind of felt like a toy for people to just mess around with. But these days, it's just starting to improve more and more. And it's starting to be, you know, cause for concern when it comes to actually the actual music making process. So there definitely were mediocre versions, but these days it's getting more and more sophisticated. And before we know it, I'll say maybe within a year or so, things are going to start to be indistinguishable between real thing and the AI thing. That's just how technology works, man. It works super fast, especially when it's something as powerful as AI. But let's get right back into the video.
However, for those of us that have a true passion, it is of so much importance for you and I to connect with one another again. Maybe it was after the pandemic, but something happened where we stopped having sessions in person. Something happened where we began to rely too heavily on Zoom sessions and emailing beats and emailing songs. I believe that as AI advances, because it's not going anywhere and there's no off switch to stop it, we're going to need each other more so now than ever. Human beings are going to crave human error. Human beings are going to crave live experiences. It's just what makes us illogically human. The same human beings that are responsible for the Slinky and the pet rock, yes, that is a real thing,
and by Christmas we'll have sold well over 1 million units,
are the same illogical human beings that will evolve in a way that AI cannot predict once again. I think something that's also pretty damn hilarious, now it's forcing rappers to have to credit their graphic designer because their audience is accusing them of using AI. That's the kind of bullying I like. Go on and credit your engineer, go on and credit your producer, and let us know the human beings that were behind this, because the people ain't putting up with it. And might I remind you, don't send me no motherfucking AI music.
That's an interesting point. I definitely feel like people are going to want to crave the real human experience. Is this GMO, you know, like in the food industry? Some people are going to want to make sure things aren't GMO. They want the organic. They want the real human thing. And what I feel like is going to create is somewhat of a counterculture or a subculture. Once again, like the food industry, people like shopping at smaller food co-ops and different types of places like that, as opposed to the big box stores like Walmart and Kroger and these big corporations. I think the same thing is definitely going to happen for the music industry, because, you know, if you are into, you know, healthy or organic food, you're going to ask certain questions. Where did the seeds come from? Where did these plants come from? How exactly did you get this food here? There's going to be that group of people who actually cares about it. But if we're going to be honest, there's going to be the bigger group of people who are more so concerned with convenience, with speed, with how things just instantly make them feel, as opposed to caring about a real holistic process and just giving people the real soul, the real thing. So I definitely think there's going to be two camps in that regard, but, you know, it's really up to the audience to decide what's important to you as a music consumer. Is it speed? Is it just something that just sounds good, that just automatically pops up in your Spotify? Or do you care that that's connected to a real human being in a real location, in a real space and time, and someone you can actually look up their story and it be authentic and you actually connect with it? And then you, of course, can actually get a real in-person live experience, which, of course, AI cannot do. AI cannot reach out, shake your hand, give you a hug, and compliment you on your outfit. So there's definitely going to be a shift in the guard in how people consume music. But let's get back into the video.
Invest in human experiences. Creatives, get creative with other human beings. I ain't even gonna take that plane out, because that's the kind of errors we crave. For all of the bad shit that's coming with these AI companies being predatory and using copywritten music without our permission, there's some really interesting side effects that can only come from the same illogical human beings that made Slinkies and Bedrocks. Invest in humans.
All right, I definitely feel that, you know, especially the human side. I definitely like live shows, these little small get-togethers and nice venues and nice environments where you could just dress up, listen to some fly music and have a good time, which of course AI cannot replicate. But if we're going to be honest, these AI platforms are stealing music, or excuse me, training themselves on the music of these smaller independent musicians and then just using it to generate other forms of music, which this is what's happening right now. And of course, there's all kinds of litigation happening right now in the landscape. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you feel like AI is just going to start to take over? Do you feel like the people are going to push back and really protest against this and want and say, we will not take it. We do not want AI music. I don't care how good it sounds. I want the real thing. Where do you guys think things are going to land in this landscape, in this game, in the near future? So let me know what you think in the comments. My name is Desmond A, and I'll be back with more great videos, y'all. Peace. Wait, before you go, make sure you go to DesmondASounds.com, where you can get free FL Studio patcher plugins, free loops, free guides, everything you need to level up your music production. Once again, go to DesmondASounds.com or click the link in the description. Go there now and totally transform your music production.